Good evening, everybody, and welcome tonight back to PSGL. It is season 27, and it is actually the first race of the season in PSGL. Now, of course, this is only pre-season to start off the season. PSGL does like to do a pre-season, which is optional to the admins, and F10 is the first one of the season to have chosen that. So that is good to see that we have some action on track. We've got 15 drivers here tonight racing in pre-season here at Brazil. A very exciting track which we've seen a lot of action in real life before, and of course here in PSGL as well. Of course, famously last season where Matthias lost the title, arguably down to what happened with Vasta Racer. My name is Sam, I'm your commentator for the night, and hopefully the commentator for the entire season, and I am joined by the eagerly anticipated Callum Anderson. Now, I hope you've got your voice shared on, because sometimes you don't have your voice shared on, but hopefully it is. But he is here tonight, joining me in the comms spot for his first ever commentary here tonight, and hopefully for the entire season as well. Now, who is the first person on track? It is... Mary. Excuse me, Mary. I'm going to just pronounce him Marion, because I believe he is Dutch, and that is the best way we're going to pronounce that, isn't it? We're not going to call him Merigner, are we? That's going to be awful, but anyway. Here we go. Right, so on the soft tyres then, he will come down to turn 1, and let's see how he does on the soft tyres. He is going to... This is an interesting championship, and he's already invalidated it as we speak, but... Is he going to still continue on this lap? I don't think he is. He's now backed out of it, so...
Jack Tyler's next.
Oh, yes. The much anticipated Jack Tyler. I mean, we know this guy, don't we, Callum? We know your...
Indeed.
your rivalry, let's say, with this man. But, I mean, who knows? He's returned to PSGL this season after having a season out. Obviously, there was no particular reason for him to be out for a season, but he is back tonight. Shush, we talked about this. So, Jack Tyler then on a lap, and he will hopefully be one of the first ones to give us a rough idea of where the pace should be set, especially on the medium tyres. Anyone ahead on the softs, we will have to look, because I may have missed that. But we'll continue on board with Jack Tyler, and he's a rather strange one, isn't he, this season? He is a champion here in PSGL, won in F5 in, I believe, season 25, if I am correct. And, well, he returns here in F10, and, you know, this is an interesting season for him, as he tries to redeem himself, but at the moment, he's the one setting the pace on the mediums. On the softs, though, it is Kieran out in front with a 1:07.6 early on, so... Is there anything you would like to talk about initially as we wait to get some proper times in?
Oh, God.
This is beautiful.
Not really.
Okay, that's helpful. So helpful. Anyway, there are so many people invalidating on their laps. That is not great for us. One person who hasn't invalidated on his lap is Trap Formula, the admin for F10 this season. He is the organizer of this and has helped has got 15 drivers in, which is actually now 16, because I believe someone joined mid-session, but they haven't joined a car for some reason, because you can do that on this game. But Track Formula on the medium tyres, and I tell you what, that's not a bad lap at all for the medium tyres. Mera is on provisional pole position with a 1:07.2, so that's a good start to the season. Well, not start to the season, but a good representation of where he's going to be at the start of the season. You shouldn't really see too many people beating that.
Oh my God, that Mary's 4 times quicker.
Yeah, we were talking about Mirror just before. Yeah, he was 4 tenths quicker then of the lap. That is the only thing you had to say. Anyway, TTG Dende, again, I'm sorry if I pronounced some of these names wrong. He is now coming through purple through Sector 2. Let's see what he can do. Only one real braking corner at Munsao at turn 12 in Brazil, so it's pretty much just a dash to the line and who's got the best straight line speed. But let's see how he comes across the line. What lap's it going to be? He got a purple sector 3, so he must have lost a lot of time there in sector 1. So 3/10 off Merit for now. Anyone interesting? Here's an interesting one. He's not on a lap, but he's on an out lap. Interesting one to talk about, well, interesting two drivers to talk about, really, is CPI Black Phoenix and Dino. These two last season, first and second in F11, combined points, they got almost 300 points together. That's an insane tally of points. CPI Black Phoenix winning on 150 with Dino getting 144 points. And you had to say this season, really, for CPI Black Phoenix, this is really one to prove whether is he going to be at the front in a higher tier, or is he just gonna have that sort of pressure on him to try and perform in a higher tier, or is he just gonna, I don't know, is he gonna perform well, basically? Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think he'll be up there for the championship. I say Jack Tyler. I say he's going to be up there for as well, with Dino as well, probably.
Yeah, I reckon he will. In this tier, the highest person last season to be in this tier this season was Vitinho, who finished 3rd place in last year's championship. The highest person in this race tonight, who was in the highest tier, if I am correct tonight, it's Sego, but he is a reserve, so that may explain why he's not going to get too much of a mention here, but he will be one to watch since he is technically the highest driver here. We also have Alpha F1, but he's not here tonight. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, really. Black Phoenix comes across the line. What time is it going to be? And well, look at this. This is an impression to set yourself. Already early on, take your provisional pole away from Merritt, the F11 champion. 7 race wins last season, already showing that he's got the pace so far to deliver in a higher tier.
Yeah, I think
you got to say something.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Shut up, man. Yeah, I think he's proven himself tonight. It's a big challenge tonight, seeing a new tier, and yeah, he's got a lot to prove.
Kind of the same for you, isn't it? Like, really, in some sense, coming out of F6, which is arguably on the same pace as these guys, going into F8. Obviously, it's a huge step up in some sense, and oh my word, Sego's bottled that one big time out the final corner. It wasn't really a corner though, but he's bottled that one humongously there from Sego, so that's his lap completely done. But do you reckon any of these drivers see much pressure, particularly the ones that have been promoted or perhaps demoted as well, or do you reckon that there's not really too much pressure here, or they're just trying to... It's just too early to call, do you reckon?
Oh, I mean, Dino hasn't set a lap yet. He could be sort of like, oh, he's just set a lap.
Well, he set a lap.
Yeah, he could be like sort of feeling the pressure. I don't know, but I'd say we just wait till the race mainly and just see what'll happen.
Oh yeah, the interesting one I want to look at is the best time set so far. The best soft runner, of course, CPI Black Phoenix with a 2:21. Only 5/10 behind is Jack Tyler on the mediums, but he's gone 5 laps on the mediums. Interesting strategy. I'm sure he won't be starting on those mediums. He will get onto the softs eventually. A good impression from him. And you did say, Callum, you predict him to be towards the forefront of this championship, which obviously, as an experienced champion himself in Jack Tyler winning the F5 championship a couple of seasons back, you would expect him to somewhat be challenging up on this grid. Vitinho is another one who you'd expect to be one of the favourites. And then you look at the early pace setters right now in Mera and Black Phoenix at the front as well.
Mera's a 10th up. 10th and a half up, Mera.
Well, whereabouts is he on track? He's got soft tyres.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
And let's see what time he can do then. So for the final sector, really, this should be pole position... Obviously for now, is it a 6? Yes, it is. 6.9. This is actually fairly good for F10. Very good time there from Mera, really showing the pace. And he was one of the controversial drivers in the tier because people were turning around saying maybe he was a bit too quick for this tier, and maybe, just maybe...
The Williams look strong.
Oh, God, yeah, Williams do look very strong. I'm not sure if they're Are they both teammates? Let's actually have a look at that, because one could be reserve. I believe actually they're both reserves here. Sorry, one of them's reserves. Dende is a full-time driver. I got confused because his Discord name is a little different. But Davey W is the other Williams driver. So Merritt is a reserve here tonight. And rather showing an impressive sort of pace there. 3 attempts clear of second place. And I wonder if this will get some sort of attention from the hierarchy of PSGL. Maybe looking to move him up a tier or two. Well, depending on if he can do those days, of course. Vitinho then, like I've expressed many times before, should be one of the higher up drivers. However, we have seen in the past drivers in F1, in real life, and of course in PSGL as well. Some drivers, they have one really good season where the momentum is on their side, and then other seasons, they have no momentum whatsoever at the start of it, and they end up falling off. This is going to be the big question. Is Vitinho quick enough to keep up with the pace of the new front runners this season? We should find out at the end of this lap. His best lap was actually performed on the soft, so probably not the best showing. A second down almost. And let's go through to the final few corners now. And now it's a full-on straight to the line. DRS open. Don't do the same as what Sego did. And he does come towards the line, and he's got a 0.5 there. So 5th place right now for Vitinho. And interesting. He now goes 6th because Kieran's just improved right behind him. Let's find it. Yigamau? I probably pronounced that terribly. I believe he was in F10 last season as well. Finished behind Davey W. And I was wrong. Vitinho finished 2nd in the championship. Davey W was 3rd, who should be another one to watch out for as well. And of course Yigamau as well. Let's see how he's done over the break since preparing for this. Perhaps preparing for this, but it's not season just yet. It's only pre-season, so we do have to take that with a pinch of salt. That perhaps this isn't the proper performance of the guys, but a lot of them would like to get a good early start at the front, get a little bit of confidence going, and I'm wondering if that's what Sego will want to do, obviously coming from PSGL F8 to F10 this time around, so a little bit of a demotion and perhaps a little bit of pressure to perform, but a little bit of a lock-up through that corner as he looks to get on the throttle fairly early. I'm just wondering now if he can do enough to get himself up a position through sector 2. What's the split going to be? Oh, it's not telling us because he hasn't actually got a lap in, has he? Did he validate a lap? Oh, this will be interesting then. Jack Tyler 6 tenths up. Whereabouts is he on the track? He's just behind, so I'll just make sure. Well, he should be able to most certainly improve. What about Sego? Sego goes 12th place. Jack Tyler 6 tenths up, like you said. 2nd place there, just off Merritt. And I wonder if that cost him a little bit, as he took the normal line you would take in the race, but in qualifying you could make the tiniest of margins by going to that inside line, but it's obviously not a major margin, of course. It's not like a secret sort of thing going on. Who we got next? Poggle, he's at the start of his lap. Anyone coming towards the end of their lap? Is it Mera? Mera's invalidated. And I think
Dender's on a lap. Well, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think he's on a lap anyway.
Dender, I think, is the furthest on a lap. So we're going to go with him right now as he goes through sector 2 at the moment. And well, this is a rather interesting lap so far. He looks to be going fairly quick. He's a little bit iffy on the throttle there, almost spinning the car, a little bit of wheel spin. He is up on his time. And, well, if he gets a good X out of Jun Sao, and that looked fairly alright, this could actually be quite a good lap time. I don't think he'll improve from position because you don't make up too much time from one corner unless he absolutely... Well, he did absolutely break Jun Sao then in the previous lap. Jack Tyler, though, in 2nd place. Who was up? Sorry?
It's Tyler top.
Oh, it's Tyler the top. I was going to say Jack Tyler. He's in the pits. He's not doing anything. But everyone in the pits then, except from Poggle. But Poggle, I believe, is on an in lap. so not much we're going to see from him. Is Dender going for another lap? Well, he's got his ERS on, and he does seem to be going for another lap here. So let's just go on board with Dender. Can he improve on his previous time? Can he be the second man to get into the 1:06 6s here, which for F10 I still say is a fairly good time to beat, and a very, very competitive time for this tier. Through sector 2 then, 7 tenths down is Dender, and I think he will be coming into the pits this lap then. So yeah, like I said, very, very competitive laps then for F10 this season. And again, similar to what I said earlier, do you think that 6.9 could be easily beaten, or do you think it will just about be beaten, or do you think that is going to be our pole time in the end?
I would say 6.8, because I saw Jack Tyler the final corner. He was very sliding. He had a bad exit and the entry was bad. I'll say he can improve by at least a tenth in that. And that Dendy, of course, he made a mistake. So yeah, there's definitely time to make. But Black Phoenix, he could pull something out of the bag. Pull something out of the bag later on. So yeah.
You got to think though. Also, the track is at its best now at this time. It's rubbered in very well. You'll get the most grip out your tyres, the most performance out of the car, and this is really where you want to put in your lap times. You make one mistake, that is your lap over, but this is literally the point now where you most likely get your best lap in. And Mayor Kieran making a few mistakes, a little bit wide and a little bit squirmy on the throttle, I would like to say. Let's see how he does though through sector 2. He's looking alright though, I would say, Kieran, at the moment, but we'll have to wait for the sector 2 split to really tell if he's up, down, or just around the bounce. He's up. This is actually looking fairly decent. Oh, but the Junsao there, it was so slidey out of there for Kieran. I wonder if he's lost quite a bit of time off that then, as he comes to the line. Is he going to improve, and more importantly, is he going to improve position? He doesn't improve position, but he does improve his time. He does have time to go again. I think he's going to go again. Anyway, who we got next then? Who is next across the line? There's a Ferrari. Is that Sego?
Yes.
That must be Sego.
Something like that.
Yeah. Who is final one on a? Who's the first one to come across on a lap? Is it Doogie? It is, but he's invalidated. That's beautiful. I wonder if Vitinho is next.
Reiska? He's in a
right.
No, it's invalid. Oh no.
Right. Great. A lot of invalidations. This is the sign that people were pushing. Next, really, on the lap, I think actually Jack Tyler was ahead, but we may miss him. Is he going to go pole? If that is Jack Tyler.
Right,
it wasn't Jack Tyler. Yeah. Well, there's Black Phoenix, and he was up, but by the tiniest amounts there. So, interesting. Here comes Jack Tyler, but I think he's messed up because he is down by quite some fair margin. Here he goes then. He's going to go on to his final lap. Actually, no, he's not going to go on to his final lap. He's bottled that badly. Look at Mera, though. He's 1/10 up through the first sector. Second sector is where you can make or break your lap. Let's see what Mera's done then through the sector 2 split. And he's up by 1/10 again. So a good Junsao here, and it looks fairly decent as well. Straight onto the throttle. This is likely to be pole position unless Dender can do anything about it, because it looks like everyone else realistically isn't going to be challenging him as he comes across the line. And that's a 1:06.7 there. That's a brilliant lap time from Mera there. Brilliant lap time. And who else is on a lap? Stiggy's on a lap. He's up by a small amount. Will this improve him? It should improve him possibly up to 7th place. Yes, it does. So right now, well, it looks like most certainly, unless Poggle can pull something out the hat, well, he doesn't. We have Merritt on pole, the reserve in the Williams tonight, followed by Jack Tyler, followed by Dende. So an interesting grid there, Callum. I must say. Jack Tyler, previous F5 champion in the top 3, the F11 champion in the top 5, and Vitinho, who finished runner-up in this tier last season. So a very, very unpredictable, I wouldn't say unpredictable, but a very unpredictable race in question, I must say.
Yeah, it is. I'll say the way it looks now, Mary's just going to walk away with it, and then the top. The second and the third just look, no gap between them. It's going to be a good race, I'd say. midfielder retire as well.
Yeah, well, we'll just have to wait and see. And you say about Mera may dominate. Who knows, though? You know, at the end of the day, he could just be another big quali merchant. However, obviously, we're not going to slate you too much, but that could be something. He is on pole position tonight in the Williams, the reserve driver. Merritt on pole, and he's got a star there. That's interesting. Jack Tyler returning to PSGL, and he gets second place, a front row for the start of the season here in pre-season. Dende in third. Black Phoenix in fourth place, the F11 champion, performing quite well. Vitinho in fifth. Mekiran in sixth. Stiggy seventh. Warren in eighth. Dino ninth, and Doogie in 10th, and outside the top 10. There you go. That is everyone there. And interestingly, Trap Formula's best time was on the medium, so that could be something to talk about, isn't there? Because the medium tyres, how much would you say you lose from the medium tyres compared to the softs?
I don't know. Well, is it like 4 temps, 5 temps? It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like significant compared to other tracks, but
I'd say that is roughly about right, around 5-6 temps. So really, Trap Formula, interesting from him there. This isn't one of those tracks which you turn around and say, oh, it's reverse Strato P or anything. So a bit of an interesting one from the driver in 13th place there. We'll just have to wait in and see. We've got people in the chat. Have I got it wrong? It's not Junsao, is it not? I'm pretty sure that is that corner. I've completely bottled that there. Anyway, so we have Sparks in the chat saying hello then. And people talk about Big C being a major F10 fan. Well, we know why he's an F10 fan. There's one particular reason, and that is the guy laughing in the background. So yeah, if you wanted to know, there's a particular reason why everyone is curious to see. Oh wait, we haven't got a formation lap. Oh no, we are starting this race then. So this race is underway. We don't have a formation lap. We may have to have a look at that. Who is going down the inside? That's Jack Tyler. What is the time as well? I don't know what's happened here, but anyway, Jack Tyler hasn't quite worked. Any other movements going on? Not really. But it's a bit of a cagey start, wasn't it?
Oh,
Ferrari in the background there going off. That was Trap Formula as well going off. Interesting strategies going on. The Riker on the hard tyres now in the top 10. Interesting strategy from him. But now we're going to see a few trains right now. And now we will see if Merritt is going to be, like you said, the dominant P1 winner, or can Jack Tyler withstand the pressure of being 3 temps down from the leader of this race at the moment. He was fair close to Merritt at the start, almost getting past him, but Dende in third place, Black Phoenix in fourth, Mekiran in fifth, and Warren in sixth. Oh, Vitinho, this is his home race as well this season. Of course, the Brazilian going off the track there, so not very good for the McLaren driver. Jack Tyler looking fairly close, and they're already out of ERS, both of them, but look at this straight line speed from Jack Tyler. Is he going to dive it down the inside? No, he's just thought about it for a second. He's got a bit too much of the curb, but he's got a brilliant exit. Oh my god, he's right on the back of him here. Is Jack Tyler going to think about a move here? Mera puts him off a little bit, so he goes back onto the racing line, Jack Tyler, and you've got to think about braking here. Don't want to brake too late, otherwise you go into the back of him and break your wing. But Mera in first, Jack Tyler in second. They seem to have got a bit away from Dende at the moment, and Black Phoenix in fourth as well. They're all still in DRS, but we don't get that till lap 3 now. Dino battling with Riker. Riker's gone off wide. He's on the hard tyres as well. Well, we thought he had a good start, but he's kind of fell away a little bit. And you can see that now. Dino is losing a lot. Poggle has lost a lot of time to Stiggy. And Dino should be able to close in now on Poggle right now. So Looking further forward, Warren is looking fairly close to Kieran. Is he going to send the move, or is he going to get it done before?
Black Phoenix going for a move.
Oh yeah, Black Phoenix going for a move then. Is he going to go for it? Down to the inside then, he goes for it. And let's see, can the Red Bull make the move nice and cleanly? Yes, he does. And I think Warren made a good move as well. Past Kieran. We've already got a penalty in Doogie, and I don't really know what Warren's doing. He's going very wide. That may have compromised him a fair bit, but DRS does save him right there. But it looks like the top two have got well away from everyone else at the moment.
Yeah, that'll be DRS already.
Wow. Everyone using the ERS nice and early then to try and get a jump on everyone else. The top two runners especially. Look how far low they are down. Jack Tyler has the advantage though of 35 to 20 here. So Mera has used a lot of it to try and get away from Tyler. But it just hasn't worked, has it, at the moment. The AlphaTauri driver just sitting behind. And I'm sure he'd be just happy to save that ERS a bit. It would be worth it, I tell you. Would be worth saving it a little bit because you're nowhere near. He's going to be using it early on as well. Just let him drain it. But that doesn't seem to be what's happening right now. Anyway, Warren then 5% left on his ERS as well. So everyone using up very early here in this race. Probably not the best thing I'd do. But anyway, Jagermau, is he going to send it to the inside or look to the outside perhaps? No, he's just going to look for a switchback move perhaps. No. He's going to have to wait till Poggle makes a mistake.
Mary.
Oh my god, to the outside then. We've missed that big time then. Jack Tyler getting very close. Look to the outside and he's just missing out on him. Jack Tyler looking very close. He's looking very racy. Desperate to get by. Black Phoenix is actually closing in quite a fair bit now. Within a second now. So he may join this battle very soon. He's got away from Dende. Dende has had a bit of a poor start in this race. Not too much of a poor start, but looking further... We won't look further back, actually, because Jack Tyler is about to start having a bit of a run on Merrier again. Both are using their overtake again on this straight. I wonder if it would be just a better idea just to stick with the DRS. No overtake, but Jack Tyler's going to come at him anyway. He's getting closer, but not close enough. Is he going to look to the inside? Sorry, the outside. I've got that completely messed up. Getting too much of the curb again, but he seems to be getting good exits compared to Mera here. DRS open again, and now he's got the advantage here. He looks to the outside. He did this last time. He's taken the lead provisionally. Now to the outside, Jack Tyler. Has he got the lead of this race? Yes, he does. Still side by side, though, through these corners. And is he going to finally take the lead at the AlphaTauri? Breaks slightly later, and I think he gets ahead of him as well. So Jack Tyler into the lead. Mera trying to come back. And Jack Tyler left the door open originally, but it looks like he's got the lead of this race. So brilliant stuff from the two, but look who's just behind. It is CPI Black Phoenix looking fairly close to these two, and the more they battle, the more the Red Bull driver will close in.
Yeah, he's going to like 6-way battle for the lead, like top 6. We're just all in a second. It's going to be, good race.
Yeah, it's looking to have the potential of a good race. We know how quick Mera is from qualifying. However, in the race, Jack Tyler seems to be the one really good at the moment. But all these guys using all the ERS. And oh my word, what is that from Mera?
Oh my god.
That was poor.
Jesus.
That was poor from Mera. Very poor.
God,
and what's happened to Jack Tyler? He's been punted off. That was... Oh, that's very poor.
He's got no damage, though, Jack. He's got no damage, I don't think.
Yikes, that was very poor from Mera there. Very poor. I don't know what he was thinking, though. I'm guessing he was looking for a late dive down the inside, but...
Yeah, dummy, I think you were trying to do, weren't he? He just completely misjudged you.
Yeah, that did not work.
It's just unfortunate, really.
I feel really bad for Jack Tyler. Safety car. Interesting, though.
I'll put the hard on and go to the end.
Well, that could be very interesting. Could save his race. Well, yeah, well, indeed, Mera. That was not exactly great. Kryptonite telling us that there's going to be a race ban. Yeah, that was fairly awkward there. I'm not going to lie for the man, but that was quite poor from Mera, I must say. Poorly timed from the Williams driver there. Anyway, Black Phoenix, and what's he going to do then? This is interesting. Lap 6, are they going to come in or stay out? Everyone, Warren is
Warren's
coming
P.
in, and Kieran is as well. Ooh, this is
Everyone's
interesting. Everyone is pitting.
Like, no, 4 people. 5.
Oh, Black Phoenix, why you do that? You're in the safety car conditions, Black Phoenix, and you've got a penalty. That was not what you wanted to see. Anyway, so Dende up to second place, Jack Tyler back up to third, but obviously he's been massively hampered by what's happened, and I'm sure he's very frustrated with that. And well, anyone would be frustrated with what just happened. If I'm honest, I mean, I don't think anyone's just going to say, yeah, I'll move. Well, people may say, well, I'll move on from it, but there's going to be that deep fire down inside that's going to lead to frustration. The medium tire runners is an interesting one. Some of them, I believe, are coming in, so interesting for them. But Black Phoenix leads this race now under the safety car. Not really much to talk about. But yeah. Poggle's actually had a fair decent start. Let's have a look here. 9 positions. Sego as well, up 9 positions. But obviously, let's just take into account, of course, that guys have pitted in this race, and a lot of them did choose to do so. Kieran's left the session. He can join back, but he's had internet connection issues there, and we all know why Mera's left, of course. Disappointing race in the end, but it is the F11 champion who, under the safety car, will lead us away when we do get back underway. And looking into the chat then, yeah, Kryptonite, poor JT got rear-ended on his return. I mean, that's harsh, isn't it? I feel bad for him. I mean, I don't know if Callum feels the same.
Yeah.
We all know about
Bit
their
calmer,
legendary.
Nah, it's just wrong place at the wrong time, and it's just it's fuming me.
I
At
feel
least it's on the pre-season, but yeah.
I'm sure the momentum, isn't it? Like, at the end of the day, you'd always want a good start to any league race, whether it is something as small as pre-season or something as big as the finale. You know, you'd always want to have momentum in your swing and everything. And you know, for Jack Tyler and everything, he looked fairly strong in the race. He started brilliantly. He kept the pace as well, and obviously got by. And oh no, Tende spinning the car off the exit there. And that's going to drop him a couple positions. I don't believe he's pitted either, has he? That's really frustrating for him.
Dino 5 seconds.
Dino 5 seconds.
I think Dino got a 5 second for avoiding Dende and hit Yigamal.
Oh wow. Well, something to do with your... Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me, Kryptonite! You know how much I'm a George Russell fan, and you had to pipe that in, mate. That'll hurt.
Yeah,
that will hurt. He had to be in a Williams as well, didn't he? He had to be in a Williams. Oh, that's painful. Cheers. Yep, safety car in this lap then. We've completely forgot it. Black Phoenix has gone away early. Jack Tyler up right behind him. Is he going to try send the move, or is he just going to sit behind? I wouldn't have thought he'd go for a move, and he hasn't. That's fair play from him. Up to second place, though. Now again, looking further back, anything going on? Just seems to be a few trains right now. Stiggy with a penalty. Now look at this, Afroman, Afroman looking to the outside, and look at this. This will be a brilliant move if he gets it done. Squeezes to the inside of Stiggy. Gave him enough space, though. That is really good racing there from Doogie, and Doogie now up to 7th place. That's a brilliant move, I must say. Very nice and clean as well. Stiggy giving him enough respect, and obviously both respectful to each other at the end of the day. Poggle's fallen miles back from Jack Tyler already, so luckily he won't have the pressure of the guys behind just as yet, except for Warren. Now here's an interesting one. Warren on the mediums. I don't think they'll go to the end, will they?
Nah, no chance really. The hards will probably get a puncher as well, but mediums they'll have to pit. Yeah,
and well, he will have to pit again. So basically the person at the moment who's got the frame at the moment would be Yigamal, who's on the hards, but I know from experience, don't always treat that hard tyre like it's going to last forever, you know. Anyway, look at this. This is a great run from Warren. Is he going to send it down the inside of Poggle to take third place in this race? He does send it. It's a nice and easy move. Poggle lets him go. Is he going to come back at him, though? He's looking fairly close. And Warren's out of ERS from that. But Poggle is going to just let him go for now, and he will come back later. And Yaigamal up down to 12th. No surprise there on the hard tyres. He's always going to be slower. Vitinho is back in this race. Let's not forget Vitinho actually had a poor start getting spun, didn't he, on the first lap? So he's done really well to get into it. And you know what? He's just done a Lewis Hamilton on Alex Albon, but not the spin. But you know what? Yaigamal's got back at him. Vitinho's had to brake a little bit, which has hinted a little bit of an issue for track formula. So a few rustiness, I suppose, from the racing at the moment from some of the guys. Poggle losing positions. He's losing a lot of time at the moment. I don't think he's got wing damage, though. So interesting why he's losing a lot of time. But he is struggling in that Mercedes. Kieran up to 4th place. And, well, interesting. Let's look at Doogie again. Is he looking at another move on Sego this time? Round the outside. It's nice early done. Again, given enough room. Nice and easy. Stiggy just behind. He's not going to be making a move anytime soon. But it just seems like these guys in the midfield are giving more respect than the drivers up at front at the moment.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would say Dendy's just picking his moments now. He's already got 2 positions in the last 2 laps, but I would say he's not out of it yet. He'll come back and I'll say he'll be there at the end.
Yeah, and look at Stiggy then making a move on Sego there. That was a nice move through the second set there. Nice little bit of battling between these two, and these 3 seem to be the main ones giving us the action. That seems to be relatively clean at the moment. There's not much gaps going on. I'd expect Dende to perhaps come at Stiggy very soon, as Sego does come into the pits. Interestingly early for the medium tyres to come into the pits. He's retired from the session. Again, very interesting decision, but who knows, perhaps he had some other issues going on. But anyway, Dende, then, he's looking to redeem himself after that spin that no one in a Williams has done before.
George Russell.
Shush! Right, anyway, Dende then is closing in on Stiggy, and he's just not close enough for any move right now. Trap Formula looking quite close to Rika, and again, just not close enough through the second sector. But to line up a move, you need to be close, and no one is particularly close right now. Is Jack Tyler close enough? No, he's not. In fact, he's lost a little bit of time from the final corner.
They're pitting now this lap. Oh no, say no.
Never mind. They'll be pitting, I assume, in a couple of laps. They'll be looking to make the gap, but they haven't really made it to Warren. Warren will have to pit again, so really it's about, can they make a good gap to Yaigamal, or can they catch up to Yaigamal when they go on to the medium tyres, or can Yaigamal or Trap Formula or Vitinho survive on those hard tyres? That is really the question now that's going to decide whether Black Phoenix or Jack Tyler or potentially even Warren somehow can win this race, because let's not forget, on those medium tyres, Warren could possibly try a 2-stop, and he could actually go onto the soft tyres at the end, so that could surprise us all. All the guys in front, excluding the hard tyre runners, will most certainly have to pit again, so that's interesting. But look at this battling right now between Stiggy and Dende. Again, Stiggy in another good battle. He must be loving it right now in this race. He's having so many good battles. And this one he almost won there. But Dende should have got by anyway on those soft tyres. But there is a lot of wear on those soft tyres now, I reckon. They are coming definitely towards their peak on 12 lap-old softs, so he will be pitting soon. In fact, he may be pitting this lap. Nope, we've got that wrong again. So we're not doing very well when it comes to this. Yeah, well, I tell you something now. Jack Tyler is closing a little bit on Black Phoenix. He's not closed in far enough. He's still quite a way back, but he's closed in. Poggle is quite close to Doogie. Is he going to try a move? No, he's not. Maybe a switchback. Just not enough there for Poggle to make the move, but he seems to still be there with Doogie. Is he going to try it? No, he's not. There'll be no point at that corner. But yeah, very good respectful racing from these two at the moment. Jack Tyler just not close enough to challenge Black Phoenix at the moment. 6 tenths behind, looking further back. Yigamal on the hard tyres. Oh, it's a little bit of oversteer there, a little bit of wheel spin off the exit of the corner. He seems to be pushing right now to try and keep up with the front runners. When are they all going to pit? Is it this
Jack Tyler's in?
Yep, there is the first one in then. Jack Tyler. Is Dende going to follow in suit and pit, or is he going to stay out another lap? He's going to stay out another lap. Fairly early there from Jack Tyler on lap 14. Oh, he's gone onto hard tyres, which he must have a lot of belief that those hard tyres then from Vitinho, Trap Formula and Yigamal will not make it to the end then, I suppose, as Dende making a move on the inside. So we said about Poggle looking to challenge Afroman. He's in fact fallen so far back that Dende's got by him. He may try to come back at him, but just doesn't have the momentum there. But, I mean, this is just such an interesting race, isn't it? Because Jack Tyler's now... Surely that decision to go onto the hard tyres must mean that he believes those hards from the guys in front will not make it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he's doing, to be honest. Like, the mediums, they would have easily made it. It's just... How much a mistake?
Yeah, I suppose so. The banterous comments will come out later this season, of course, between these two. But anyway... Jack Tyler, maybe. Oh, as he's in. What's he in for? He's in for mediums then. So, someone's going for the quicker tyre there. You say he may win, but he has lost a fair bit of time to the hard runners. It does depend, in my opinion, whether Yigamal can have the pace, which right now he's showing fairly decent pace to Dino.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So Yigamal right now, and he may actually even overtake Dino. Dino goes defensive to the
Jack
outside.
Jack Tyler's jumped Black Phoenix.
Oh wow, that's really good pace there for Jack Tyler then to jump him. Oh my goodness, they're in sync. These two are Yigamal and Dino. They're not helpful for any of us whatsoever. But I believe Yigamal's got the position done. Please say it's not going to do its usual thing and one car gets spun. I don't think it is. These two are just desyncing within each other. But I believe Yigamal has the position now. On Dino, oh, yep, it's done its thing. I can't really blame Dino for that one. They kept on going through each other, really, and I can't entirely blame him. It just seems like, again, the game using desync just to throw a driver in the bin, as usual. But anyway, now Dino's under pressure from Trap Formula anyway, and he's going to look to the outside Trap Formula as Dino goes ultra defensive here. I believe he's going to keep the position. No, he's not. He's going to concede the position to Trap Formula, and he may even lose it to Vitinho as well. He is falling back very quickly now, Dino is. And look at... Oh, Jesus, Trap Formula. Wow. Trap Formula there just went ultra defensive and gave Dino the position back, and I mean, it helped him because Vitinho was coming like a bullet, but obviously Vitinho had to stick behind because he was quicker than Dino, but he was also quicker than Trap Formula, so either way, he was either going to go into a back of a driver, so he had to pull out of that one there. So Vitinho, good awareness there, just not to cause a crash, not to get a bit too excited. He's still got a long way off the race to go, but Trap Formula in 7th place, trying to get past Dino. He seems to be quicker at the moment, but Dino is holding off very well. Kieran is closing in on Warren then. Warren in the lead of this race, likely to pit again. Same with Kieran, and everyone else behind. At the moment, Kieran looking to close to take the lead of this race on lap 18. Trap Formula finally getting past Dino.
Good move. He sent it from he sent it from a fairway away. Good move.
Yeah, I've completely missed it, but it looks like it was a good move. Is Dino going to come back though? I almost didn't miss that one, but he didn't come back. Black Phoenix looking fairly close as well, it looks like, but just not close enough. He's got past Jack Tyler, so you were right in saying that those hard tyres were probably not the best way to go. So Black Phoenix on the mediums already past, well, what would be possibly the race leader, Jack Tyler. But Black Phoenix obviously leading the way in terms of after the safety car, but he's obviously not leading the race right now. The leader of the race, once everyone is pitted, theoretically, it should possibly be Trap Formula. So Trap Formula, who didn't exactly have a great qualifying, did he? Qualified down in 13th. We do have to give respect though to Trap Formula that he did set his time on the mediums. He possibly, looking theoretically, he could have possibly been in the top 5. So it was a good show from Trap Formula, and to go on to the hards, that was actually probably a good strategy, because Black Phoenix is still struggling to get past Yigamau. I wonder if he's got past him now. Oh, it's Desync again. Wonderful.
What is this thing?
Wonderful, right. I think he's got by him now. So Black Phoenix is on the charge. 2 seconds behind Vitinho then. Vitinho on the charge trying to get past Dino. Dino has been under pressure for quite some time. Losing position obviously to Trap Formula and Yigamau before what happened obviously to Yigamau. And now Poggle again is under pressure and actually hits the back of him. Trap Formula hits the back of Poggle there. So Poggle a little bit under pressure at the moment, but 3/10 the gap. Is he gonna try and make an overtake on this back straight, or is he just gonna wait a little bit longer? It was 2 attempts between them. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a dive bombing move. Oh, Poggle doesn't even go to defend. So there goes Trap Formula down the inside. He's got a nice move there, but Poggle does come back. That was very close. And what's happened with Desync now?
No, Yigamau just went into the back of Jack Tyler, but it was definitely Jack Tyler finished the game.
Yeah, well, Poggle now getting very racy once again. This is the thing with Poggle. He's been very racy and then he goes off slightly. Now he's come back again. He's looking racy with Trap Formula. Trap Formula gets ahead of him. Is he going to try and send it into this corner? It'd be a bit stupid from the Mercedes driver. So well done. To him then. Poggle, though, struggling on the rears there. I wonder if that's down to his 19-lap-old medium tyres that he need to get rid of soon. He's doing the medium soft strategy, though, it looks like, and he should be pitting, I would say, in the next 2 or 3 laps. So we'll just have to wait and see. But he's really starting to struggle, it looks like, now on those medium tyres. Since Trap Formula's really got ahead of him, he's never looked back, really. So Poggle starting to struggle. Dino may get by here, but the DRS aiding Poggle, helping Poggle, and, well, it's helped Vitinho as well. And he's come out of nowhere. I didn't realise he was even there. Vitinho getting past Dino nice and easy, and it should possibly be easy for Poggle as well, but Poggle has the DRS, which aids him again. So at this current point, Vitinho will have to stick behind.
Yeah, I think, who do you think top 3 will be?
Well, predictions right now, I'm going to be honest, I think Trap Formula will make it to the end of those hards. However, I feel Black Phoenix, because obviously we know Dino will most likely pit again, and we know Poggle obviously will pit very soon. I feel like Black Phoenix could be a really big factor in this, but Black Phoenix really needs to start getting past his competitors as soon as possible on those, well, not really fresh mediums, but almost fresh mediums there. He's got his teammate ahead of him, so I wonder if his teammate will support him. And, well, the commentator's curse strikes again. He's off the track, and, I mean, it keeps going wrong, isn't it? We had Jack Tyler.
Vitinho's out.
What on earth has happened to Vitinho? That's strange.
What?
What's he done? Wait, what's he done?
Straight, I think, did he? What?
Wow. Wow. I don't know what to say. I don't know what's happened to Vitinho. Because although you can say he's crashed on the straight, has he crashed on the straight? I don't actually know.
Do you think someone's like tapped him or something and he's gone round? I have no idea.
I have no clue on that one. His car is placed interestingly if he's crashed into a wall. But oh well. I tell you who this has benefited big time though. and I'm sure he will look to pit right now. It's this guy in the lead of this race, Warren Haug, and I wonder if Stiggy and Doogie will do the same. I wonder if Trav Formula is thinking about it. You've got to think, at this point, all these drivers are going to be... Well, the softs will most certainly now make it to the end. Now it's a question, is it the right time to now come into the pits for drivers like Track Formula, or is he going to try extend those hards and beat people on those hard tyres?
Oh, yeah. If I was him, I would go in for softs, certainly. Them hards will be the shot at the end. Yeah, and he's coming in, so...
Yeah. Well,
yeah, it's the right decision.
Tell you who this is not good news to. This is not good news to the likes of Jack Tyler, who actually has come out. Is he going to take the lead of this race? This may actually be a bit of a failure here from the AlphaTauri driver. If he doesn't get ahead, it's going to be very, very close. I tell you that. I think he's just about got out ahead. That is very close there. Has Jack Tyler got ahead? He seems to be going with it, but he's missed the safety car. Oh, well, he hasn't got disqualified. Lucky there from Jack Tyler there, but he is in the lead of this race now. However, he's on the hard tyres, so Warren is going to be screaming to get by him. Yigamal stays out on the hard tyres. That's great. More desync, thanks. Kieran came in for mediums a few laps ago. He's staying on those mediums. He thinks they're reliable enough to take him to potential podium or potential win. Dende on the mediums, Stiggy on the softs, Doogie on the mediums, and the rest of the drivers on the softs. Yeah. What's happened to Track Formula?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he spun? I don't know.
I think it's just...
I don't know.
I wonder if he has, you know. Or he's just been insanely held up in the pits, or something. Did he have a penalty, Track Formula?
I'll check. I don't think so.
I think he didn't he? No, he had no penalty.
No, you're not. What? I think this got insanely held up then. Like...
That must have been an insane held then.
Oh, the other Williams is gone again.
Oh, for goodness sake! Can we just stop now?
This guy's literally George Russell.
No, stop.
Oh, he's pitting as well.
Oh,
any chance at points, he just balls it.
Well,
George Russell.
Oh, this is going to be a running theme, isn't it, now? I'm actually quite sad. Okay, right, so the Red Bulls... Aha! Oh, I feel so bad for Track Formula. The Red Bulls double stacked. So basically, I'm assuming Dino came in first and everything. Track Formula came in, obviously, just ahead of him. And Black Phoenix obviously went in and parked his car right in front of Track Formula. So that is why Track Formula is down in 10th place. So that is very harsh on Track Formula. I believe the esports version have a thing where the cars actually goes through the pits, and I know, you know what, that would actually be a good feature to have. Maybe not the immersion side, but for the equal or fair racing side, it's good. But then again, it does ruin strategy a bit, because any driver could just pit at any time at that point.
Oh my god, Dende nearly spun again.
Oh my goodness. He's having a mare, isn't he, really? Dende, considering he was actually one of the front runners. This is a bit of a mare in the Williams for TTG Dende. I don't really know what's going on here.
Oh my god, he just hit Black Phoenix.
Great.
Jesus.
And he's... Oh no, Black Phoenix just got the 5-second penalty as well. Removed. It will be removed. Jack Tyler then, he's in charge of when everyone goes. He is now... Theoretically, he is now the safety car, so he will choose when to go. The AlphaTauri driver in the lead of this race on the restart. He's chose to go now. Overtake on. He does know.
Not a good restart.
He did get not the greatest of restarts, but you've got to think right now these two will go right at it. Warren should be able to take the lead. Kieran was looking at a move, and Yigamal is very close, but Yigamal... We've seen his internet issues before. Warren all over the back of Jack Tyler then. Defending the inside line, the AlphaTauri driver. But I don't even think it's even worth defending. Look how much later the soft tyres drivers can brake. So much more confident. And round the outside he goes. Maybe a little bit illegal there from Warren as he does go fair wide. But, I mean, he's got the position done. He didn't really get too much for it. And well, this is going to be the gamble that potentially works out or doesn't really. There's something going on. Stiggy's fallen right back. I don't know what's happened to him. But Dino and Poggle are fighting as usual. And look at this Red Bull and Mercedes. Where have we seen this before? And look how close they are. Poggle going into Dino there, but Dino breaking fair later. He's lost the position to Trap Formula. Well, we said about Trap Formula. Oh, safety car again!
I think he,
oh
I think
my
he
god!
Hit Black Phoenix.
Wow!
Oh my god!
Right, well, Dender's out. Dender's out. I don't know why there's a safety car, but I mean,
Jack Tyler hasn't paid.
I tell you what, the Williams have had a mare of a day today. They've not had a very good day, I must say. Jack Tyler didn't opt to go into the pits. Not really surprising. Not really surprising, since obviously he will go right to the back of the grid almost. He wouldn't want to risk that, of course, but Warren in a very good position to win this pre-season race here in Brazil. Jack Tyler second. Kieran in third. Kieran's had a very quiet race so far, but he's looking on for a podium right now. 10 laps to go, but these soft tyres should most certainly be quicker than the medium tyres for the rest of the race. So it's basically now a sprint to the line, and for Yigamal, Stiggy, Dino and Rika, this is going to be really a question about how much better are those 2 laps less soft tyres compared to Black Phoenix's and everyone else's tyres that they are on. So really, for 8th down to 11th, this is going to be a really interesting ride towards the end, because they're going to be making some moves.
Yeah, I mean, I say Jack Tyler, how say he's just going to fall off like sack of bricks. He's there's no way able to keep up with anyone. And same with the medium runners as well. Maybe Kieran, I'm able to stay there, but
yeah. Oh, he's coming to the pits, Jack Tyler, by the way. So,
oh no.
I mean, he's going right to the back of the grid there. Interesting strategy there from.
Do I 5? No, I don't have 5 seconds. I don't know, mate.
Nope, he's onto the softs. Well, who's he beat out the pits? He's beaten no one out the pits. Wow. Okay, I don't know why Black Phoenix says pitted. Did he have wing damage or something? I don't know.
No, I know it changing his wing. I don't know, mate.
Fair enough. I mean, in the lead of this race and likely to win this race is Warren. Kieran's now in second place. This is interesting then. So Kieran up to second, but he is on those medium tyres that will easily make it to the end. Doogie on the medium tyres as well. So really for Kieran, if Kieran wants to get that second place or maybe challenge for first, what he needs to do is get past Warren quickly. However, that is very unlikely, of course, because he's in charge of when to go. He can go at a click of a finger and you don't realise it. He would want Doogie to be very defensive to Poggle, and we have seen so far Poggle has felt quite back really during the race, but he's been up for a fight today, Poggle has. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes at Doogie almost straight away. Is safety car in this lap? Yes, it is. So we will get a good restart. Everyone onto 100%. Warren getting ready, putting the overtake on even before really he's getting on the throttle. That could be dangerous. That could be dangerous. Is he gonna do this just right though? He's in charge of the restart. When's he gonna go? Just waiting right now. All these drivers think he's gone. Right at the back there, he's not gone. Now he's gone.
He's got a very good place now.
Oh yeah, look at Trap Formula. Trap Formula already making a move. He has to give the position back to Poggle. Poggle looking towards the inside. He's actually going to go for the move on Doogie. Is he going to get it done? Round the outside then goes Poggle. That may be a very good move there. He's got a penalty.
He could be 3 wide.
Wow, here we go then. Trap Formula up to 4th place. His race has been recently redeemed. Is he going to keep that position, or is Poggle just going to... Oh yeah. Oh no!
Oh god.
Oh no! He's been hit by Yigamal. There again.
Probably
Yigamal. Yeah, most certainly. That's going to be our blame game for him. But he's actually got past Poggle as well now. So Yigamal suddenly come out of nowhere, and
He's thinking his way through the grid.
I mean, look at this though. Warren was 2 seconds clear. He's most certainly won this race. Surely now Warren's not going to lose this race win. I mean, interestingly, I say that he's got penalties, hasn't he? I completely forgot about that. He's got 3 seconds, which is good. So Kieran right now is actually in a really good position. He's got no penalties. If he can just keep that pace, with the leader, Kieran may be the one who's winning this race. And again, Kieran's had a very quiet one. Doogie going side by side. Was it with Yigamal? No, it was Yigamal going side by side with Poggle there in the background. We may see Jack Tyler come straight back at Dino. He's come quite a far way. He's now up to 6th place, it looks like, going side by side. Nice easy position. Trap Formula retiring in the pits. I feel really bad for him. He's had a very up and down race.
Yeah, he was looking good then, and then I don't know, have a desync or I don't know who it is, but
he's had a very up and down race today. But this is pre-season. Let's be honest, the drivers are just going to really explore who are going to be their rivals, who are going to be the top guys, the bottom guys, the medium guys. It's more of explorative. And look at this from Jack Tyler going straight down the inside of Poggle there. That was very late braking, but very good trust there from Poggle. And a very good move from Jack Tyler as well, sending it up the inside. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Yigamal losing a little bit of time to Doogie. Kieran still within the time to win this race then, but he is dropping quite far back already. It just depends when these mediums and these softs are going to be together.
I'll say the softs will probably they won't even die off, I don't think, because the safety cars. Yeah, I don't know.
And
Jack Tyler could be on for a podium though.
Oh yeah, he is flying right now. He is doing very well. Look at Yigamal, look at the outside. Oh, we've seen him desync before there. And well, we've seen many desync incidents with him today. It must be interesting. I think there'll be a lot of questions within the tier, but he's got a very good move around the outside and may have exposed Doogie a little bit. And no! He's gone into the back of him, and I think that's a little bit of end plate going off. He's still going to fight though. Is he going to get the move done down the inside? That's a nice move again from Jack Tyler, but that may have cost him a potential podium here. Let's look at the penalties again. Luckily, he has much less penalties than Yigamal, so really it's just about can he keep that pace behind. Ideally, if he just keeps in that DRS, he will be fine till the end of the race. Kieran now out from Warren now, so Warren now is in the lead, just about, but Kieran is holding on slightly. But right now, unless Warren gets himself a penalty, and oh my goodness, the desync is absolutely terrible.
Oh my god.
We need to hold ourselves with that one, but they're going side by side then, Jack Tyler and Yigamal. This is very difficult. Yigamal's got past Jack Tyler again, but I mean, that must have been very awkward indeed, because Yigamal's come across and, you know, internet issues. Kryptonite saying Peggy 18. Oh god, yeah, we love that, don't we? I mean, I haven't seen the desync that bad in terms of when I've done comms for quite a while. I'm hoping Yigamal can sort this out, because that is very distracting, I must say.
Yeah. I've never seen it this bad.
Yeah. I mean,
every time we go side by side, it's just
I mean, I'm going to say it unintentionally here. Unintentionally today, he's had a bit of a odd day, hasn't he, Yigamal? He's I wouldn't say he's took out drivers, but he's had collisions with Dino, Track Formula, and he's had a few others as well. He's right behind Kieran as well, almost going into the back of him. That one would have looked a bit more intentional, but looks like Warren is so far ahead now. He's really pushed on those soft tyres, but that's so unsurprising. Looking at every time we look at him, he gets so close, and then we just see his car just glitch in his car. Look, there we go.
Oh my god.
What a move. What a way to move. And oh no! Oh my goodness. This time it actually worked. He actually had some sort of collision that didn't seem a little bit overaged for the community, really. As Ferg says, inappropriate behaviour in Yigamal. I must say, it's very inappropriate. This isn't very good for the young viewers. However, Jack Tyler then, he's still coming back, you know. He's got a little bit of wing damage on that left side. He's still fighting back, and you know what? He's done brilliantly today to come back after what he's had to deal with. Obviously, making the mistake not of pitting, decided to pit, and had to go all the way to the back of the grid. And he's on a charge for the podium, and it's likely now he may get one. Kieran's very close to Yeagham out. He will try and close him, but I don't think it'll even work. Getting close in. Stiggy looking close behind, side by side with Poggle. He's got the inside line. Oh, Stiggy. That was a bit poor there. He just probably forgot that Poggle was there or something, but yeah, that was not very good there from Stiggy there. He just put him off the track, really. Not great from some drivers today. Some drivers have been quite questionable, I must say, but, you know, we'll have to deal with it. They'll probably sort themselves out eventually. Dino looking quite close, but right now we're in a bit of a DRS train. Woohoo! That means that most likely we won't see moves, except from these front guys. And Jack Tyler, once again, looking fairly close to Kieran. Is he going to... Well, he's not going to be close enough, surely not, to make any sort of move, but... No gaps. There's no gaps, so no one will be passing anyone at the moment unless Kieran. Well, surely Yeagham has the pace to get rid of the medium tyre driver, but at this point you kind of argue whether at this point the mediums and the softs are roughly at the same sort of pace. But Jack Tyler at the moment with a little bit of wing damage, he is surviving and he is doing fairly well on the softs, looking to get his first podium of the season. I say that, but it's technically the first race of PSGL, and you know it's not been the most eventful, but we've had a bit of questionable driving from some folk, but we're not gonna worry about it too much. Is Kieran gonna keep in DRS this time? He's got a few more corners to navigate, and you know what, if he keeps up like this, he's gonna be home free with a podium.
Someone's gone off the Mercedes at the back.
Yeah, that is Rico who's gone off, and don't really know how he's gone off there. Probably just got too much of the curb, or alternatively done a Hamilton on Albon. Kieran's out of DRS now. This is interesting. He's not going to stick in it either, it doesn't look. We'll have to wait and see. Is he going to stick in it? No, he's not. Wow. I tell you what, Jack Tyler's runs for the first 3 corners have been superb. Like, even with that wind damage, he was so much quicker than Kieran, and down to the inside he goes. Should be a nice and easy move, but I tell you what, Kieran's not giving up. God. Jack Tyler is telling him, no, you must give up. A little bit. He's got himself a penalty though, so Jack Tyler probably not happy about that one, because that may have lost him the podium. Remember, Kieran doesn't have a penalty in this race, as you can see, so Kieran right now is still in a fairly good position, and again, this is actually quite good for him, because he'll have DRS from Jack Tyler, which does mean, technically speaking, Kieran could actually get second place here. And you know, if it were so possible, I was just about to say it's not possible. If Warren was to get 2 more penalties, then Kieran could have won this race, but that's obviously not going to happen. Jack Tyler not close enough to any sort of DRS moves or anything. Black Phoenix, nope. But yep, we're back in this again. DRS trains are best friends on this game in some sense. I mean, you know, we always see it. We always have it. Almost, yeah. You're trying to get by, and next thing you know, yeah, DRS train. Like, you know, that is annoying, I must say. But, you know, Kieran, he's keeping up with Jack Tyler. Which is a good thing, is that this is what he needs, and I've just realised we're on the final lap, which, because there's not going to be much battling. Wow, whoa, what's happened here? Stiggy, Black Phoenix is round, Dino is out in front. I don't know what's happened at the end there. We don't need to worry about it too much. There's about 3 cars off, but, I mean, here's the person who played the great strategy today, Warren Haug F1. It takes the pre-season race win here in F10. It's a brilliant win for the Renault driver, and well, we know what it's like to win in a Renault, so he's won in a Renault as well. Jack Tyler smashing it into the wall there. I mean, he must be disappointed. Down in fourth place, Yigamal getting the podium, and Kieran getting second place. And I said about Kieran, he drove a very meh race. So his name is pretty describable how this race went. But except for the result, I don't think he'd be going meh. I think he'd be very happy with that result. But the race, in some sense, was pretty meh from our point of view. But interesting. Yigamal gets driver of the day. I mean, we could question some of them.
Decent.
Decent, yeah. We'll go back to like one of the past games for that, but you know, we see a Renault on top, and me and Callum are pretty used to that by now. And it's a British driver as well, so you know that's brilliant to see. But anyway, Haas in second, so Kieran getting a good start, and a good start as well for Yigamal getting on the podium. Obviously there will be concerns probably after the race, but you know, that's what the stewards are for. And I tell you what, the stewards are very accurate. They put in a very good justified point whenever they have battles. But Warren has the momentum in his swing then from pre-season, gets the race win, and also gets the fastest lap there. So very good from him today, a brilliant show from him. Kieran in second, Yigamal finishing the podium in third. Jack Tyler had a very up and down race, like a lot of these drivers did. He finishes in fourth place. Doogie Afroman in fifth, Dino in sixth, Stiggy seventh, Poggle in eighth, Black Phoenix in ninth, and Rika rounds out the top 10. Trap Formula, Dende, Vitinho, Sego, and Mera are your DNS for today. So interesting race today, and I tell you what, you got a rough idea of where we're going for this season, but I mean, I can't make any predictions this season because I'm gonna be honest with you. Anyone could have won that race. 1 minute it was Warren, next minute it was Kieran at one point. Next minute it was Jack Tyler, then it was Mera, then it was Black Phoenix, then it was Trap Formula. There were so many different people who could have won today, but in the end, it was the Renault of Warren Haug who won. And well, I must say for this season, it's going to be a very, very close one, and in a week's time we will get underway for the season in PSGL here in F10. We don't get underway as the first championship, of course. The first championship that starts off the season is FP next week, so on Tuesday at 8 PM, don't forget to tune in there. You'll have Neon as your commentator. On Thursday, of course, is when we get underway in F10, which we hope you join us, because obviously there's F11 obviously on as well, and Xbox to compete with. But I hope you enjoyed tonight, and I hope you've got a good idea of where we're going with F10, and I hope you will enjoy the season ahead. So from me and Callum, we'll see you in Australia next week for the first round of the season in PSGL Season 27. But from us tonight, it is good night.